Hello, my name is Angel Martinez. So answering the first question of what inspired me to become a performer, I can't really pinpoint exactly when I decided to make this a career of mine, to make it my ultimate goal. It's always been a little thing in the back of my mind, me wanting to be an actor on film and perform on stage even. But I guess it all started for me when I signed up for the theater class in my freshman year of high school. One of the assignments that my director gave me was to audition for the student-directed one-act, and I ultimately got a role in a two-person play, one-act, titled Enemies. And that was my very first time ever performing in front of my peers, but I absolutely loved the feeling that I got of performing, and I loved the idea of having my emotions of the character that I developed transfer onto the audience. And I guess that is why I am inspired the most to become a performer, to become an actor, because I would love to develop a character with emotions that the audience can relate to, and they can leave the theater with a newfound idea and a newfound emotion, a different view on something in particular, something specific. For question number two, what plays have I been in? I have been in numerous one-acts, one being Enemies, Speed Date, Juvie, 10 Ways to Survive a Zombie Apocalypse. Straight plays, the one that I remember clearly would be Cash on Delivery. And when it comes to musicals, I've been in Willy Wonka, Beauty and the Beast, Addams Family, the Addams Family musical, and Aida as well. My first monologue will be from Rumors by Neil Simon, performing the role of Lenny. At 6 o'clock tonight, I got home from work. My wife, Myra, was in her room getting dressed for the party, and I got a bottle of champagne and headed upstairs. Rosita, the cook, was in the kitchen with Romero, her son. I knock on Myra's door and she opens it, and I hand her a glass. We drink, we kiss, and we toast. We drink, we kiss, and we toast. We drink, we kiss, and we toast again. By 7 o'clock, the bottle is finished. My wife is sloshed, and I'm completely toasted. Suddenly, the door opens, and a strange young man looks down on us. With a knife in his hands, Myra screams. I jump up and run for the gun in my drawer. I come back with the pistol ready to save my wife's life. The young man then says, "Yo quito ese diablo enchilada por queso en quinto minuto?" But I don't speak Spanish, and I've never seen Rosetta's son Romero before, so I aim my gun at him. But Myra screams and pulls my arm back, and the gun goes off and shoots me right in the earlobe. Romero runs downstairs screaming to Rosetta, "El hombre, que loco, que bang bang," so they leave in a huff. My earlobe is bleeding all over Myra's new dress, so Myra goes downstairs to the basement where she keeps the dresses she wore last year, but can't find the light, trips down the stairs, and passes out in the dark. I run downstairs looking for Myra, notice the basement door is open and afraid the young man might come back, so I lock the basement door, not knowing Myra is still down there. I go upstairs to take some aspirin, but the blood on my fingertips gets in my eyes, and by accident I take 4 Valium instead. I hear the guests enter downstairs, and I want to tell them to help me look for Myra, but all of a sudden I can't speak because of the Valium. So I write a note trying to explain what happened, but the note looks like gibberish, and I'm afraid they'll think it was a suicide note and they'll call the police. So I tore up the note and flushed it down the toilet, and just as I entered in the room, I passed out on the bed. My next monologue will be from Valentine's Day by Horton Foote. I will be performing the role of Horace. When I was 9, I had some chickens that I raised as pets. And they were the only pets that I've ever had. And I loved them. They would always eat out of my hand when I fed them, and they would follow me around the yard like dogs do their owners. My mom had a boarding home then, and on the Christmas of my 9th year, she didn't have any money to feed her boarders. So, without telling me, she goes out back and kills my chickens for their Christmas dinner. When I found out I became ill, Mom says the illness was never diagnosed. I think about her and I see her and all I see are smiles and honey, but she doesn't know the pain and the bitterness and the unhappiness that she's caused me. And I'm no orphan, but I like to think of myself as an orphan, not belonging to anyone but you. I intend to have everything that I didn't have before. A house, some land, a yard. And in that yard, I will plant growing things, fruitful things. Fig trees, pecan trees, peach trees, plum trees. I will have a garden. And chickens. And I do think that I might now have these things because you married me. I told myself before our marriage, she is never going to marry me, no matter how many times she tells me she loves me, because her father will stop it. I mean, he's a powerful man and will prevail as he does in all ways. But he didn't stop us, and you did marry me. And I tell you, I have begun to know happiness for the first time. I adore you. I worship you. And I thank you for marrying me. Thank you.